Hello everybody, welcome to Hollywood Bets Durbanville. We're recording this morning, it is Wednesday and Daryl Marie's with me. We're going to go through the Durbanville card. Only a couple of race meetings left there before we go back to Kenilworth Racecourse. So let's see what we can do with what we've got. I can tell you just in terms of an update, if you don't know, the scratchings, race 2 here, scratch the 15. Race 7, take out the 7. In race 8, take out the 4. And in race 9, take out 1, 14 and 16. Those are not running. The Appy in the last race on the 15 is riding, claiming 4 Bungane. Race 9, number 15, claims 4. It's a horse they've been backing, just by the way. Here's the second race betting for the bipot. Let's get our bipots on. Favourite from Betway this morning, number 5, Star World at 5-2. Number 1, Nunny Gold, 4-1. 13, Vixen's War, 9-2. 8-1, number 9, What a Star. And 10-1, number 3, Vixen in the Yard. It's 12-1. And better about the balance. Vixen in the Vineyard. Okay. 5-2, Star World. Daryl, morning. Richard and Vaughan Marshall team up.
Morning,
What's
Clyde.
our plan? Bipots, can we get money?
Have you quoted the first timer comments?
No, I haven't. Must I?
Yeah.
Okay. In this race, number 4, Future Gamble. The Crawford stable say working well, may need the experience and will appreciate further. Number 7, 3, Tulips. Lovely filly, but expecting to be in need of racing experience. 8, Miss Attitude. Adam says lovely filly, but the same, needs the experience. And number 14, United We Stand. Shane Numby says will need the run. We bankering in the bipot or we going horses?
I've gone 2 horses, Clyde. When I saw the form line being franked of number 5, Star World, over the weekend, I said, here we go. Yeah. Because Red Beryl won from there, Clyde.
Right.
And there have been 2 runners, 2 winners. I Stedford also won from that form line of Queen Regent. So I said, let's get on number 5, Star World, right? Because yes. Richard Free now takes the ride. And then I had a look at her penultimate start. Yeah. Number 1, Nanny Gold, beat her on debut. And it was her 3rd start. I watched the replay. She slightly eased in the latter stages, but the fact remains number 1 beat her, Clyde. So,
and beat you what, 4 lengths?
So I have to put them both in. Yeah. And then you look at the jockey arrangement. I know Glenn Cotson and Serena have got a great combination percentage, but that's because of KZN, isn't it? Excuse me, Clyde. And Chad Little's surely got the option in the Western Cape. And he's opted to go for Vixen's War, number 13. But I'm a little bit wary of that draw. So I've chosen to go 1, Nanny Gold, and number 5, Star World. If you have a look deeper into the form lines, you'll see number 3, Vixen in the Vineyard, holds number 1, Nanny Gold. And number 6, Morphilia, should get closer herself. So I actually think if number 5 reproduces her last start, could well prove the one to beat, but it may be a little bit trickier than that. I've also watched the replays of number 5. She needs to settle in running, but she is my first choice, 1 and 5 in the opening leg.
Okay, so the 5 Star World, but by no means overs. We're going 1 and 5, and then our bipots, Banker 8 by 3, 5, 12 by Banker 9 by a whole lot of horses, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, and Banker 4 at the back. So this is a plated race. It's a progress plate, so make a note of that. Let's just have a look at the comments. There are a few just to make reference to. Number 4, Power and the Glory. I just want to see what they say about that. Doing great and will run to his best form. And 5, Good for You. Glenn Cotson says prep run, but should be competitive. Betway this morning have got them 8 all the rage, 9-10 odds on to win it. 5, Good for You, 22-10 second favourite. 4, Power and the Glory, 8-1. And 12s and better about the balance. So Daryl, let's go through it. First leg of the P8 is a plated event, progress plate of course, so we'll have a look at the conditions of the race. Brings up a horse like in the running of the 3rd, Miss World, a couple of points ahead of the 3, Disting.
Yeah,
is that the way you like them? Or?
No, both are the fairer sex. I've got a preference for the Colts and Geldings over here. Well, yeah, the Colts and Geldings. Clyde, let's start on Power and the Glory. Now, the comments are upbeat. If you go to SA Horse Racing, you'll see the reason for him being rested. And it says rested due to being gelded. But he's having his third start as a gelding. So maybe Mr. Snaith wasn't happy with how he's been performing in his recent starts, hence him being put away. But the comment's positive, so let's see how it goes.
But you're arrested for 200 days for being gelded.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Number 5,
It doesn't sound right to me, but anyway.
I've always made it clear that I'm skeptical over that Grade 1 gold medallion form line. I hope he proves me wrong, but Mr. Kotzen said it's a prep run, so he's not going to be at his best. So for that reason, we have to bank a number 8, All the Rage. I had a look at his time of his last win. It wasn't that great. Scottish Kiss, I know he's come out and won another 2 since then. His time was 6 lengths faster, but in saying that, he was carrying 4.5 kilograms more. Yeah, and Clyde, if you watch the early starts, the early stages of that race, he found a bit of interference at a crucial stage. And despite that, he absolutely smashed his opposition. A little bit worried about the draw. I would have liked him to be drawn kinder. But, you know, he's, at this stage, I think he's one of the best sprinters in the Western Cape. Young sprinters. I think he's got a great future ahead of him. Aldo must be really keen to get into the winner's enclosure. I think he had 3 seconds of the weekend. 2 of them were short heads. I think this is the horse that will assist him in getting back on track. Yeah, banker number 8, All the Rage in the PA. I can't see him missing.
Okay, the form line's held up, as you heard, from Saudi Cat winning and Demanding. Dave came straight out of All the Rage form and won. PAs, we banker that. There's the perm. We've got a few bankers in there, but otherwise competitive. A 360 Rand exotic. Okay, the 4th race, number 2, Sag Harbour. The Crawford stable say working well, but may need the run. And 11, Future Cat, expected to need this run. Those are the comments for those particular horses. The market this morning, we've got them as follows. Top of the boards, number 12, Beware, now 19 to 20. 3 in motion, 2 to 1. 10 to 1 bar the 2. I'm a little worried about the draw, obviously, with Beware, but I make it hard to beat.
You need to watch his replay, Clyde. Sure. He was really doing his best work late. He flashed up in between them on debut. That was over 1250. It's now stepping up to 1500. Now, Clyde, hey, sure. In that race, was In Motion. Now, obviously, In Motion was having his third start, his second run after gelding, and Beware was making his debut. So, from what we saw, Beware should certainly be able to reverse the form. But races aren't run on paper. They run on grass, and you need a lot of luck. And look where he's drawn out, Clyde. He's drawn out 12. So what are they going to do? If they bounce him and put him in a position, will he be able to reproduce a similar finishing effort in the latter stages? I'm not 100% convinced. So let's see how it goes for him in running. I certainly make him the horse to beat because it was a very eye-catching debut effort. Now, In Motion, he's having his peak run. He's got a much neater draw. He's got a lot of pace. He's going to be there for nothing. And look at his breeding. His dam was a sprinter. Most of his siblings were sprinters, but his sire is a miler. He can certainly appreciate the step up in trip. I expect Beware to reverse with him, but I respect his chances. And then have a look at number 5, Klein Karoo. Now, he's also had several chances. He's more exposed. Go back to that penultimate effort behind late December, and you'll see he actually holds In Motion. Now, In Motion was making his debut effort, and he's subsequently improved as a gelding. But once again, I don't think there'll be much separating himself and In Motion. So I've included Klein Karoo. Listen, Clyde, Beware, if he's built on that effort and he gets luck in running from a tricky draw, he should win. So I'm going in order 12, 3, 5.
Yeah, natural improvement suggests that he will, but Daryl's looking at the black and white of it, hence 3, 5, 12 in the first leg. Okay, how are you playing? Let's go on to race number 5 now. It's a Class 5 fillies and mares. It's a handicap 1,500 metres. Horses go to the gate and should run at 2:45 this morning. Betway, let's take a look at what they've got the market at for this race. They've got number 9, Reed Petit, 28 to 10 favourite. Second choice, 33 to 10, about number 8, Beach Verse. 10, Music of the Night, 7 to 2. And number 6, Zena's Actors, 8 to 1. 12s and better about the balance. Let's talk about the favourite. I mean, priced up generously, or what's the story?
Clyde, when I was doing my perms last night, she was third favourite at 4 to 1. Reed Petite, and I thought she represented value at that price, so I'm not surprised to see her shorten into favouritism. I actually think she could harden in the market even further. Clyde, I think her class pulled her through on debut. She obviously made her debut around the bend at this track, so she's got bend experience, and she was really finishing that effort throughout. Like, she was gaining momentum throughout the running of that race, and towards the latter stages she was extending away from her opposition. Now, in that race was Vixen's War, who runs in the second race. Let's see if she's franked the form, but despite that, I expect Reed Petite to be much more effective over this ground, Clyde. She steps up from 1250 to 1500. Now, I had a look at her breeding. Her dam was, I think she won 5 or 6 races, all over 1800. And she won the Grade 3 Diana Stakes. She won the Grade 3 Victor Stakes. She was above average. And here's a filly that's racing off a 79, stepping up over a distance I believe she'll be more effective over. And for that reason, I believe she's ahead of the handicapper. Now, yes, I do have respect for Beach Verse. She was expected to get the job done last time out. Don't know if you recall that race, but she was hard ridden. And I was wary of that form line, but it's actually held up extremely well. We saw another winner from there over the weekend, that mount of Richard Ferree, American Beauty. She won a nice race. So yes, she's beautifully bred, Beach Verse, but Reed Petite over this mark, I think could be well underrated. So for me, it's a case of either banking her or putting several others in here with chances. I'm hoping she's actually got a bit of class in her side.
Okay. Well, she's marked up as 79. That's what the handicappers gave her off her first start. They're all saying she's better than that. Bank of the 9. This is a D stakes in the weighted column. 7 Sesame, 8 Dream Searcher, 10 State Capital. Those are the ones that basically show up in this event. The market's got them like this morning from Betway. 4 to 1 the fields, the open race this. A whole lot of horses have got chances of winning. Red Coral's 4 to 1, Midway's 4 to 1, Prince of Tibet's 4 to 1, and so it goes on. 2 Miller Strength 9 to 2, 5 Miss Bestie 8 to 1, and a horse like Sesame is priced up at 12 to 1. But not an easy race this. Quite open, I thought. Field personally for you?
I would have liked to have field, Clyde. I think I put 6 or 7 runners in here. Now, you read the best weighted column. The top 4 best weighted are all of the fairer sex. I respect them. Sesame quickened up beautifully last time. I think the pennies dropped for her. Red Coral. She had it all her own way up front, but she's only having her 5th start. Hey, look who she related to. Her half-sister, Way to Burn, I think, won up to 1900, Clyde, so she could certainly appreciate being stepped up in trip. A little bit of a sneaker I've got here. Now he's out at the weights. He's number 1, Gnarly. I think those 2 efforts with the blinkers haven't been bad whatsoever. And look at his rating, Clyde. It's plummeted down to a 62. I like the fact that he's coming back slightly in trip and he's got a neat draw this time around. So trifectas and quartets, number 1, Gnarly is a, excuse me, Clyde, a nice inclusion. I'm struggling today. My Bestie, he's always thereabouts and his rating continues to drop. Another one that has to go into all perms. Midway, I don't think he quite enjoyed the drop in trip last time out. He was never comfortable. So now that he's been stepped back up to a mile, I've included him. Number 9, Prince of Tibet. He had the run of the race last time out, and despite that, he wasn't able to get the job done. But now he's stepping back up to a trip which he's never been successful over. So I'm not really in his camp, but I've certainly included him. Like I said, number 1, Nali, course and distance won in the past. Not favorably treated over here, but certainly a nice roughie to boost that trifecta quartet, maybe even Zacta dividend.
All right, we're going to put it in. Nili's currently priced up at 20s, thereabouts, 25 to 1 at the moment. And there's a bit of a shrewdie for your second jackpot. We are bankering in the next leg. We're looking forward to Viva's Liberté that comes up next. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Time now for race number 7. It's a class 4 over 1,400 meters. So it's a handicap as we know it, and it's run over the 14. Should run about 5 to 4. Well, the interesting horse here is Viva's Liberté. I think it's priced up odds on. When I'll look again. Yeah, it's 13 to 20. Second choice 3, Blind Date 4 to 1. 7 to 1, 5, Kariaku. And then 12s and better about the balance. I think this horse has shortened all the while. Impressive debut. There's been a winner from the form line. It's been franked. And from what we saw, he seems like he's got quite a lot of ability. Eh?
But this horse could really be anything. He's probably the reason why everyone's going to be tuning in to watch Hollywood Bets Durbanville today. I'm excited for race 7. You know, Clyde, he did it so professionally on debut. He jumped out, he put himself in a striking position, and he was never in doubt. That was over 1250. He's now stepping up to 1400. Have a look at his breeding, Clyde. If I'm not mistaken, his dam won the Grade 1 Willhavington, and he's related to horses. I think his half-brother by Dynasty won over 2200. His half-sister by Silvana also won over 10 furlongs and further. So there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that this is going to be a more suitable distance and in time to come even further. So this horse is one to watch. I had a look at his time, Clyde, and on that day, there was a, what was it? A stakes race, right? The very same day. And his time was more or less the same time some horses rated in the high hundreds and around the hundreds ran to. So I think that was a cracking effort. And he was nowhere near his best. And surely he's come on with that effort. So yes, he does have some hard knockers to take on here. And he lacks in experience. But his class could pull him through. Listen, I've suggested a win bet. I thought he was around even money. I'm not going to be suggesting to the viewers go lump in at his current odds of 6.5 to 10. But yeah, if you are one to strike on the nose at that sort of price, I can only say yes. He ticks all the boxes in my mind. Blind Date, lovely post-maiden run. Probably could have finished slightly closer. But Viva's Liberté, let's hold thumbs that he is something special.
Okay, well, let's have a look at him. Today, it looks like he's going to be hard to beat. We're going with Viva's Liberté. And they've taken the price already about him, but we think he'll win. Okay, let's go on to race number 8 now. Take out number 4, Lucky Rocket. That's not running in the 8th race. Note that number 2, Garden of Eden's got blinkers and a tongue tie. That's the latest from this morning. Betway have got them like this in terms of the betting. 17 to 10 about number 3, Ukuduma. Number 5, Electromagnetism is priced up 22 to 10. 7, Educator is 10 to 1. So is the 8, Match That, 10 to 1. 12s and better about the balance. Okay, if we're running in the first leg of the jackpot, what are we hoping for here?
First
what do we
leg of the
need?
Jackpot.
Yeah. If we're running in the last leg of the first jackpot. So,
Oh.
yeah.
We need to survive, Clyde.
Is it a hard race?
Yeah. Ukuduma, you know, Clyde, obviously she's unbeaten and she's done nothing wrong. But I thought she was given a peach of a ride last time out by Gavin. She got it all her own way up front. And yeah, she held on. coming back in trip. She's not going to be at her best because she's returning from a layoff. I just think she's way too short in the market. Yes, further down in that line, I know she beat electromagnetism, but third was She's My World, Clyde, who's come out and won the Grade 3 Diana Stakes. So, yeah, the form line's holding up nicely. Nothing going to be separating her and number 5, electromagnetism. She got going very late. Yeah, she's a lovely filly. Like I say, both have been off the track for 3.5 months, so I don't know where they are in their preparation. Number 8, Match That. Have a look at her form line. She got the better of She's My World on debut, then ran against Dream World. Paralegal in that form line was Wish List, a very above average filly, and I think she could have benefited from the time off herself. Number 9, Claire de Lune. It took quite some time for her to get the job done, and she was proving very costly, but her form lines read very strong, and she was on the boil for quite some time, so this race could have also be a positive. Clyde, I don't like the look of the race. I think even number 6, December Dawn's got to be taken seriously over here. Number 1, Orly's Green, ratings dropped. She's still got number 1. I don't think the 1,000 meters suited her last time. Number 2, Garden of Eden. There have been quite a few equipment changes. She's a nice inclusion for trifectas and quartets. I've tipped a double. Clyde, hoping for a roughie over here.
You're looking for a result. It's that kind of race. I sort of liked a bit of champagne kisses. Not worried about the draw, of course. But it's a bit of an outsider if you want to include that in the play. The doubles, Daryl's gone a whole lot of horses, as you can see, into a whole lot of horses at the back. It now becomes tricky. All right, we're at the end of it now. It's top of the hour. Well, that's when they run anyway, 5 o'clock. It's over the 1250 meters. If you don't know, this morning when we were doing the show, in this race, they scratched the 1, the 14 and the 16. They're not running. The betting has got them as follows right at the back here. Favourite number 3, Chapbook at 9-2. 6, Shifting Path 5-1. Number 15, Street Outlaw. Shrewd money for that. Shortened 6-1 was 14s yesterday. 2, Mariaki Madness, 8-1. Number, I think they got 10s and better about the rest of them. So that's pretty much the race. Open look to it, 9-2 the field. I think a result is expected. And we're not going to surprise us if something of a shocker lands at the back, right?
Yeah, a little bit disappointed that this horse is already shortened, Clyde.
Which one?
Streets Outlaw.
Oh, why?
He's just at his best at Durbanville. Now, last time out, he was returning from a layoff. He was exposed on the outside with no cover, and he challenged a long way from home. And he stayed on lovely in the latter stages. Now he's got Storgate number 1 to assist him. Going to strip fitter. Probably be there for nothing. Just needs to relax. And I think he's a huge runner. Number 15, Street Outlaw.
Ends up drawing 1, eh?
Yeah. Yes. Mr. Binder had 3 runners over the weekend on Sunday at Hollywood Bets Durbanville. None of them quite fired. They all missed the place. I think the best was to run 4th. Yeah. Chapbook, I mean, he's a lovely sort. He took quite some time to get going at Scottsville, up that hill. So I don't know how he's going to go at Durbanville around the bend for the first time. Let's see how he goes. But he could be a nice horse in the making. I just won't be backing him at his current price. Number 4, Gallic Forge, Clyde. Yeah, he loved Durbanville last time out. He got handy. He fought them off. I don't know how that form line's gone thus far today because Joie de Flute ran in the first race. Yeah, but he's lightly raised, Clyde, and I actually think he's a nice sort in the making. I think he can be competitive off his mark. Keen to see how he goes post-maiden. Also, Clankaroo's also represented from that form line. If I'm not mistaken, his dam was a sprinter. So maybe the 1250 at Durbanville will be suitable. Number 5, Iskrio. He's been successful over this course and distance, Clyde. Probably was in need of his last start. He moved up. Now he's going to strip fitter. Comes back in trip, and Aussie knows him extremely well. So he's formed part of my exacta box. Yeah, Clyde, I'm not going into this last race with any confidence. I've suggested it in Exacta Boxed. Let's see, maybe Gallic Forge can finish in the top 2 to boost that dividend. I see he's close to 20 to 1.
Okay, we're putting that into the play. Gallic Forge number 4. We of course do like the horse they're backing, that horse of the Ricky Maingard stable. It's got to go in. We're making sure that that does go into the play. And that's our plan. This is what we're doing in the Exactas. We're boxing 2, 3, 4, 5 and 15. We'll be back with Val on Thursday.